Hi, this is Tara for HealingCrystals.com. Today we're going to talk about creating a crystal energy grid for the month of August. We're going to be talking about energies, some of which actually begin in July because we're talking about the astrological month that really centers around the sun's move into Leo. So as always, first of all, let me let you know that what I'm using as a base for this is I'm using the Confidence Grid from our website. I love the feeling of that particular kit with the citrine, and that's actually citrine is going to be the centerpiece of our grid this month. But the actual format of it, the colors and everything just go really nicely with the energies that we're looking at this month, and also with the energy of Leo in general. And just another one, normally I just kind of let the intention for the grid usually be just kind of whatever the energies are, but I actually have a very specific intention for this grid this month, that if you would like another intention, feel free to. For my personal one, I'm focusing on living in the present. I have a real hard time with that. I'm one of those people, I'm always thinking ahead. So instead of enjoying myself during the month of August and just, spending time at the beach and just enjoying the longer days and everything, I'm already thinking ahead to getting my son ready for the new school year and, just all the stuff that comes with fall and the holidays and winter and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to learn more to live in the present because I think that's a more peaceful state of mind. So that's going to be the intention of my grid. As I said, if you would like a different intention, of course, you should go with whatever feels right to you, but that's kind of the focus of what I'm going to be talking about today. So it's kind of slash a grid for the month of August. But it's also, if you're ever looking, you need to bring in those energies of living in the present. This is a good format to follow, because I think a lot of these energies can really help you. So the first, as always, we're going to start our grid off at the top with a crystal that represents the new moon, and this month's new moon was in Cancer. We're using a charoite to represent that energy. A Cancer moon is it's a very emotional moon. It's very focused around home and family, whatever that means to you. That could be your work family, your friends. It could be your hobby. It could be a group of people. It could be your pets. Whatever it is that means family to you, that's going to be your focus for this energy. And just enjoying that time when you're with them, and so that's kind of what the top of this grid is starting out with. Then as we move down the center of the grid, we're going to be using a citrine for the energy of the sun in Leo, which happens on July 22nd. Pride is just, whenever you think about Leo, just think about pride. Pride in what you've accomplished, pride in yourself, of what you have, of just, it's a good time to look around, see what you have, and just be happy with that, because that's what Leo energy is all about. Leo is not worrying about tomorrow. Leo is worrying about enjoying the moment, and that's kind of what we want to work on with this grid. And then at the bottom of the center of our grid, we're going to be using a crystal to represent the full moon, which is going to be in Aquarius this month, and that's going to be on July 31st. An Aquarius moon is all about freedom. It's about understanding that you are an individual and you have the freedom to live your life however you need to. I mean, of course, we all have responsibilities and we have schedules and plans and all kinds of structures in place that are boundaries. But during this full moon, it's a good time to kind of look outside of those boundaries and see, because boundaries are very flexible. Sometimes we don't realize it, and this is a good time to kind of push through those boundaries and see if, you just kind of want to be free to do whatever it is that you want to do at this time, obviously without hurting yourself or anybody else. So that's what we're going to be using, a sunstone. To help us, because it's just got a really nice vital feel to it that helps you to enjoy what's going on again in the moment, and lets you feel free to express yourself and do whatever you need to do to live a, to be as happy as possible, because that's what it's all about. And then our quarters. So as always, the right side is going to be the more proactive side, while the left side is the receptive side. On August 3rd, we're going to have Jupiter and Saturn in a square. This can be very powerful energy. It can be very helpful to help you, kind of take the expansive energy of Jupiter and match it with the kind of strategic energy of Saturn, and that's really good for making things happen. And the crystal we're going to be using for that is a peridot. Okay, and then on the bottom right, we're going to have Uranus and Chiron. They're going to be in a semi-sextile, and that's going to be on August 19th. You wouldn't normally think that Chiron and Uranus would benefit each other, but they actually do. And this is a really good energy to use to get rid of anything in your life that is hurting you, anything that isn't working for you, anything that, it's just time for it to go. You don't need to hold on to it any longer. Let it go, and this energy is going to help you. And we're going to be using a Botswana agate for that. That's always one of my favorite crystals, especially when you're looking at healing something, because it has a very nice cyclical healing kind of energy to it. And then on our left side of things, we're going to be looking at Venus goes retrograde on July 25th. Whenever a planet goes retrograde, that means that everything is slowing down. That means that when it comes to relationships, to finances, things are going to start slowing down. And that's good, because instead of always thinking about what's coming next, you can take time to really enjoy what is in the moment. And we're going to be using a black onyx to work with that kind of energy, because it's got a very grounding influence. And then finally, we have Saturn and Pluto in a semi-square, and that's going to be on August 13th. We're going to be using a morganite for that. And that's really good energy to help you with your expectations. It allows you to be more flexible. So, if you're very, what's the word that I'm trying to think? Sometimes you have a plan and you don't want to deviate from that plan. But that may not be the best way for you to get to where you need to be, or the best way to live in the moment. What Saturn and Pluto can help you do is they can help you to see where you are and work with what you've got, and let go of any preconceived notions that are preventing you from doing that. So that's what we're going to be using a morganite for. As always, I'm using one crystal to represent the month, and this month it's going to be an amber, because it's just got that very vital, Leo, fiery, exciting kind of energy. And then we're using clear quartz. I actually put my clear quartz kind of in the shape of a pyramid, because I think that this is a good month to have a lot of grounding. And while a pyramid can be very uplifting, and it can also be very grounding too, it can take all that energy from above and help you bring it down to earth and use it, to live your best life. And then we're also doing is I'm using some of the cards from our different crystal decks, and I'm using citrine and clear quartz, and then I'm also using 2 of the Leo cards from the Zodiac card decks. All of this stuff is it can be found on our website, healingcrystals.com, as well as an article that really explains in depth, and I'll put a link to that onto this video as well. But it really explains in depth all of the different things that are going on and why we're working with the crystals that we are, and it gives you some ideas on different crystals to use if you're looking for some inspiration for that. Anyway, have a wonderful month, relax and enjoy it, live in the moment. Don't forget to check out the weekly and daily horoscopes on healingcrystals.com and on our Facebook page, Crystal Talk. Have a great day.